Nothing like a breeze of rotting fish, oil rigs, and stale Gouda. Corny would be begging for a gas mask. They said I found my mini-me, but I was still trying to find my meat. A fisherman's pub this empty at noon. Smells fishy. Feels crooked, too.
It's Pepper! Get him, boys!
Well, disappointing, but not unexpected. Where's Bozo? What did you do to him?
Why is a walking corpse asking questions?
Oh, I ain't dead yet, bub.
Everyone! And I mean everyone! Don't let up, boys! Where's backup when you need it?
Sorry, I can't hear you over the rat-a-tat-tat. Now you better drop this silliness and tell me...
Are you deaf? You drop when I say drop. Nah! To hell with you, Pepper! I ain't telling you nothing!
In the name of the law, time to break stuff.
What are you morons waiting for? Don't quit, you fools! Pepper! Where'd your balls go, Pepper? This place won't hold forever! Move it, you cheesehead! Where'd your balls go, Pepper? Am I even paying you for? That's where your balls go, Pepper!
Sometimes you knock. Sometimes you knock it down.
No! Stop! Have mercy! I'll talk!
Then talk. Where's Bozo? He's still in one piece?
He's alive, all right. We just roughed him up a little. I got him locked up near the shipyard gate up north. Now, for the love of... let me go!
You're spared. And, bleeding profusely. Storms are coming, and I'm betting Bozo's got the weather report. Now, which way to the shipyard?
Oh!
This is the police!
Do I make you like me?
I swear, officer, ow! I've been law-abiding since breakfast. Oh, my hero. Oh, my precious savior. More noble than a whole truckload of blood of...
Tammy's the one you should be thanking. Just tell me what I need to know.
Yeah, of course, boss. What exactly do you want to know?
Everything.
Well, see, I was born right here in Mouseburg, almost 30 years ago. Mama worked the docks, Papa...
Everything about the missing shrews.
Oh, right, yeah. So, there's a meeting going down, see? They're resealing the livestock deal or whatever. Wallop Bay's just a pit stop.
Who's they?
Cops. The crooked ones. Meeting with some science-y types. Weird accents. Real heavy on the Z's. Especially their leader, the professor.
This some new racket or business as usual?
Oh, business as usual. Used to bounce around Shantytown, keep it quiet. Now? Feels like they don't even bother hiding it.
Bounce around where exactly?
Bob's workshop, Letitia's pharmacy, maybe. Both good folks, just scared stiff. Oh, and they've been using that old underground shelter uptown. I used to squat there till they kicked me in the teeth. See, right here.
Yeah, tragic. So when's the next deal?
Dunno. Today, tomorrow. They don't exactly work on a schedule.
And me without even a sandwich for the stakeout. Guess I'll start sweeping those spots.
Oh, speaking of which, see, boss, I happen to have a key. A very special key. A pharmacy key. Let's just say I'm holding on to it for Letitia. Temporarily. And since the pharmacy's on your list, $50, boss, and it's yours.
You got the morals of a stinky floater, you know that? Fine, hand it over.
Pleasure doing business with you, boss. You're the greatest.
Try not to get yourself roughed up again. And for the love of cheddar, spend that money on clean underpants, will you? Dead end. Or... Renewing the delivery agreement for an additional 14 days. Signed, the captain. An XX scribbled beside it in something that reeks of illegal fondue. Some old world names, and a whole sack of prescriptions for seasickness meds. But why? Sweet infinite feta. 100 shrews per shipment. What's that noise? It's coming from a pier. Must be that secret meeting. No fondue way. Captain is Captain Goddamn Sims. The cop of the year himself. So much for that. But the other guy must be the professor. Ugh, he's got that particular brand of the quite big affair egghead I'd rather forget. And here come their lackeys, walking in on me like, aw, hell. Messy, uneven, and way over my head. I had to go back, think it through. Maybe even across. Plenty of pieces on the floor. Time to start pinning them in place. I better bring Corny up to speed before I wade into the muck. Tangled as hell.
Le detective himself. You ever wonder...
I don't wonder. I do.
Yeah. But do you ever stop and think about your, you know, stellar career?
Jack, I live it. What is your point?
Well, see, you wrote that big expose back in the day, right? Toppled one of the mob families.
Yes, Jack. I was there.
Right. So now the family's gone. Out of the picture, but suddenly we got these hitmen popping up out of thin air, just poof, and somebody drops. They're silent, efficient, and deadly.
So? What of it?
Well, makes me wonder. What if the other families saw an opportunity, figured, why get our hands dirty? So, they erect a, firm. A company to offload their dirtiest work, like a, Real Murder LLC, you get me? What I mean is, you did something good, but maybe the mob, they made something better. For them, worse for us.
I sincerely hope it's those 5-cent novels speaking. They're clearly frying your brain.
Maybe. But what a way to go.
Jack, listen up. If you're planning a trip to the countryside and happen to end up in the wetlands, there might be a little something you can do for me. No stink this time, I swear on Shrew Thicket.
Oh?
Yeah, see, back in the day, I used to run a small processed cheese side gig. We did stuff, all sorts of stuff, for all sorts of reasons. Way out in the swamps. Anyway, I came up with a really great recipe, real special one. Problem is, I forgot it. You'd be helping me a ton if you could find it. It's called Perfect Bog Fondue.
Yeah, it doesn't quite roll off the tongue. Won't make it water, for that matter.
Appearances can be deceiving, Jack. Track it down, and I'll be in your debt.
Yeah, just add it onto the pile.
Jack! Avast me hearty. How was the bay?
Stinky.
Yes. Well, the place could use, as the forefathers would say, a touch of gentrification. But did you find anything useful?
I did. The cops are neck deep in the shrew racket, dunked like a breadstick in a bowl of melted mozzarella.
That spells trouble. Either for us or the shrews. What else did you come across?
Well, looks like there was some kind of a deal between the cheeseleggers and the ringleader of the crooked cops. Goes by Sims.
Captain Sims?
One and the same.
Terrible news indeed. We need to tread carefully from here on out.
That ain't all. There was this scientist of sorts there. The way he carried himself. Rubbed me all wrong, and not in the good way. This ain't your run-of-the-mill trafficking ring, Cornelius. I can feel it in my gut. Either that, it's something that I had for lunch. Either way, something much darker is going on.
You have to dig deeper, Jack. Little lives depend on it.
You don't need to remind me. With the cheeseleggers in play, the cops likely headed for the wetlands. That's where I'm going.
Good, good. Get some solid evidence, and we'll get to the bottom of this in no time. Hard evidence, Jack. Harder than a diamond-laced grana padano.
That place was cleaning up nice. Clear as day, Curd hadn't lifted a finger. And clear eyes should keep my mouth shut before someone guessed who lit the match.
No press today. I'm busy.
Miles Curd, Big Mouse Party spokesperson. A pleasure.
That's Mr. Curd. Let's act like we weren't raised by shrews. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm in the middle of...
Oh, watching other people do the actual work? Yeah, I can tell. Mr. Curd, I'm investigating the unfortunate demise of one Betty Lynch. I have reason to believe your boss, mayoral candidate Milford Sawyer, knew her. Might even be useful in figuring out how she ended up dead.
And who the hell are you? I don't remember seeing you around the MPD headquarters. And I know all our good investigators.
Our.
What was that?
Just a cough. Name's Jack Pepper, PI for hire. Not here on official business, just doing a favor for someone looking for closure. Thing is, this whole case has a, how do I put it? A spoiled way kind of stink. You might want to help me out before that smell starts sticking to you, too.
Pepper. All right, fine. We're too close to the election for some half-baked accusations to start fouling up the campaign. Shoot your shot.
Already did. So was Sawyer close to Betty in any way?
No chance. Maybe they clinked glasses at some movie fundraisers, but that's it. I'm the one riding shotgun in Sawyer's inner circle. If there was more, I'd know.
Could he have kept it quiet? You know, to avoid the kind of scandal that might make a mouthpiece cry at night.
Watch your tongue, Pepper. When you're a public figure like Milford, small-time celebs show up whether you want them or not, hoping to ride your coattails. Doesn't mean there's more to it than that.
Oh, see, that's funny because I got pictures. Betty rubbing elbows with BMP officials. Real cozy, real not accidental.
Yeah, because she was always circling our parties like some fame-hungry hawk. Same as every starlet and wannabe socialite looking for a headline. But trust me, no one in the party worth their salt would mix business with that.
Sounds like you had a personal gripe with Betty, Mr. Curd. Is there something I should...
Listen, Pepper Shaker, I don't like where this is going, so I'm giving you one last polite suggestion. Piss off. Grilling's over.
But it's still kind of smoky in here.
Get the hell out of my yard!
Well, that went about as smooth as a brick through a windshield. Lucky I still had my teeth. And plenty left to chew on.